Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Monic. So to start off, I would just like to thank all my new subs. I've gotten like 10 subs or something like that within the last week or two, and I really appreciate you guys. My last video had like 500 views. It was really awesome. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. My old subscribers, thanks for being here. And if you like these kind of videos, deck profiles, and stuff along the lines of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and all that jazz, leave a like below, leave a comment below what you might want to see next, and subscribe. My next video will probably be another deck profile, maybe something recommended. I had somebody mention like a Cybers deck, maybe I'll do something like that. But I already had this Gradle deck built, so I figured go into this. And yeah. So this deck is going to run you around $50. But I do have a couple cards in here that are worth more than what you might want to spend for a budget deck. So I do have a Skill Drain in here, which Skill Drain, right now the cheapest one is going to run you around $6 or $7. So that's $7 right off the top. And then I have two Gradle Dragons, which are about $4 each. If you guys didn't want to take one of those out, you could. It'd be, you know, right there you're saving around $11, $12. So that would bring the deck just to around a $40 deck, depending on your budget. If you do wait about a week for once this video's been out for about a week, you'll probably see people commenting below, leaving suggestions or other tech or cheaper stuff or whatever you can put in here. So you might want to tune in just around a week from now to see if there's any new stuff to put in the deck. This is just my build. It can be changed. There are things wrong with it, I'm sure. But Graydle really isn't a meta deck or anything like that. This is just meant for fun. It's kind of annoying if you guys don't know the way it works. Pretty much you're summoning your Graydle monsters, either smashing into your opponent or leaving them attacking to you, destroying your Graydle monster, then taking control of their monster. And then with the tuners, you could always go into like the extra deck and stuff like that. So it's a really cool deck. It's really annoying for the person you're going against, but it can be really fun for you. So let's start off with the main guy, which is Gradle Slime Jr. So the way he works, you're not going to want to summon him your first turn. You're going to want to summon him once you do have a Gradle in the graveyard. And what he does is when you normal summon him, you can special summon a Gradle from your graveyard, and then also special summon a Gradle from your hand with the same level. Yeah, I believe that's what it is, yeah. And then you can only special summon water monsters, which they're all water monsters. So you're good that way. The only thing is that if you are going into your extra deck and you are going to go into a synchro summon, you're going to probably want to go into a Gradle Dragon or into any of the other water synchros that I put in there. The extra deck is pretty much all water synchros, which is probably the way you're going to want to keep it. Just saying. So yeah, he's pretty cool. He lets you pretty much bring monsters out to spam the field real quick and go into your synchro. Because all your Gradles are low level monsters. They're all like level 3s and stuff like that. So with him too, you have a 5. If you're able to bring out another 3, that's 8. So you're able to go into either synchro into a 5 or synchro into an 8. If you already took control of one of your opponent's monsters, you might even be able to do like a synchro into like a 12 or something like that. We have all kinds of levels in the extra deck just in case. Next, we have Gradle Eagle. So these cards are pretty much like, I'll go into all 3 of them actually just to make things easy. Organize. I'm so bad at organization. So we have Gradle Cobra, Gradle Eagle. Yeah, you know what? That's alright. That's alright. 3 of each. That's alright. And Gradle Alligator. So they all pretty much work the same besides one thing. So all of them are level 3s. They're all Gradles. They all have the effect of when they're destroyed by battle, you can take control of one of your opponent's monsters and equip it. The big difference between the 3 is what else they can be destroyed by. So Gradle Cobra can be destroyed by a monster, or by battle, or by trap effect. And then its effect kicks in when it's sent to the graveyard. Same thing with Gradle Eagle, but it can be destroyed by either monster, or by battle or monster effect. And then once it's sent to the graveyard, you can take control of one of your opponent's monsters. And then if you didn't guess already, Gradle Alligator can be destroyed by battle or one of your opponent's spell effects, or any spell. It doesn't have to be your opponent actually. So it's by battle or trap effect, by battle or monster effect, and by battle or spell effect. So you could technically use your own trap or spell or whatever it is that you have, destroy it, and the effect will still kick in. It doesn't have to be your opponent. And then you take control of one of your opponent's monsters, and it's put as an equip card, each one of them. So these are really annoying cards. They're the heart of the deck though. Sometimes I've even gone and like summoned a Gradle Eagle, and if my opponent has like a big monster that I know he could just, you know, that I'm gonna end up taking, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 damage, whatever, depending how big it is, I'll just attack into it, take the damage anyway, and then just take control of his monster. Your battle phase is not over with, so then you can also attack into them with the monster you took control of. Just keep that in mind, which is pretty cool. Put that there. We just run one of the Graydle slimes. So his thing is that if he's in your hand or your graveyard, you can target 2 Graydle cards you control, destroy them, and if you do, special summon him. And then when he's summoned that way, you can target 1 Gradle monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. So he's a 5. If you have like some of the Gradle cards here are like they're continuous. Like we have some continuous traps and stuff like that, or even like if your opponent has a monster and you have some of these Gradles equipped too, and you just don't want it anymore, you can destroy the equipped Gradle, and then another Gradle that you have, summon him, summon another one, and then go to like a level 8 synchro or whatever it is that you want to go into, since he is your biggest tutor at level 5. Then we run 2 Kaijus just for fun, just to be annoying. I run a Jizuriko, is that how you spell it? Is that how you say it? Jizukiru, and Dogaran, yeah, sure. So pretty much what I use these for is, because I usually never have both of them in my hand at once, I'll special summon, I'll get rid of my opponent's field or whatever, special summon him, normal summon one of my other Gradles, attack into it, to then just take control of it. So you end up with a 3,300 attack beater. So that's pretty much what I run those for. I usually don't do Kaijus in my deck because they're annoying. I don't like running Kaijus. But these aren't bad. This guy is around like $3 or $4. I think this guy might be cheaper, so you could always sub it out for 2 of him. The only thing is that, like, I think... I usually don't use the second effect, but it's if you summon one, you can end up special summoning the other one. But I don't really look forward to using that. It's just mainly to summon something onto their field to get rid of their monsters that might be annoying, to then just attack into it and take control of it. Now I run 3 Gradle Impacts. These are one of the continuous spell cards. So you can target 1 Gradle card you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. So if your opponent does have a monster that's just being annoying, but they have multiple monsters on the field, you could always have, if you have a Gradle Alligator in your hand, you could always summon him, use his effect to destroy him, and then destroy one of your opponent's monsters, and then when he's... I don't know why I play him away. When he's sent to the graveyard, and when he's destroyed by a spell effect, you can then take control of one of your opponent's cards. So through this effect, through this card, you can destroy one of your opponent's monsters, and then also take control of another one, which is really cool. And then during your end phase, you can add 1 Gradle card from your deck to your hand. So, but you can only have one of these on the field at once. So this is a really cool card, especially to combo off with Alligator. Now I run Magic Planter, which this is just, you know, this is just pretty much for a lot of the continuous cards. So I have the Gradle Impacts. I also have Call of the Haunted, which is continuous and doesn't leave the field. So if I have one of these on the field that I'm just not using, or have an extra one that I'm not going to use, and I could use the draw power, I'll just Magic Planter one of them to draw 2, and then hopefully I get something in my hand that I can use. Pretty good deck, a pretty good card with this deck. Yeah. So Salvage, just because this is a water-based deck and it's a really cheap card, we run 3 of them. So add 2 water monsters from your graveyard with attack of 1,500 or less to your hand, which they pretty much all are. So you'll be able to get a Gradle back into your hand, and then maybe you'll be able to put them on the field and attack into your opponent's monsters to take control of it again. 3 Gradle Parasites. This is a really annoying card too. Another continuous card that you can pop if you does it let you pop a yeah. So Magic Planner lets you send 1 continuous trap card, not spell card. So I made a mistake with the Gradle Impact. It wouldn't work with the Gradle Impact. I always do that. Every video I make a mistake because I don't read right. But when I duel, I do. When I duel, I definitely read the cards like a million times. So so Magic Planner would work really well with Gradle Parasite and Call of the Haunted, I believe. So the way Gradle Parasite works is when an opponent monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon one Gradle monster from your deck in attack position. So if you have this card on the field and your opponent isn't... Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. If you have this card on the field and your opponent can't get rid of it and they try to attack into you, you're either protecting your life points or you're going to end up taking control of their monster, which is really cool. It's an awesome card. I've stalled duels so much by using this card, where it's like, alright, now you can't just get rid of me. You're gonna have to... This duel's gonna have to last longer than what you want. And then, what's his second effect? When a Gradle monster you control declares a direct attack, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon that target in their side of the field. So, if you have like a Graydle card in your hand, and your opponent doesn't have anything on the field, and you rather take control of something than just hit them for like 1500 or whatever you're going to do with the Gradles because they're all low attack, you could special summon one of their monsters actually on their side of the field from their graveyard, attack into it, destroy your card, and take control of it. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. That's it. So pretty much, yeah, that's that. That's that, guys. That's that. I'm only recording this once. I'm not doing this 100 times. I always record my videos like 3-4 times. This is a one-time thing. You're going to see a lot of mistakes. It's alright. Just keep going with the video. I'll eventually correct myself or something, or you can correct me in the comments. It's all good. So Gradle Split. Target one face-up monster you control. Equip this card to it. It gains 500 attack during your main phase. You can send this card equipped. You can send this card equipped to a monster by this effect to the graveyard, destroy the monster that this card was equipped to, and if you do special summon 2 Gradle monsters with different names from your deck. So this card is really good to use if you happen to have a Gradle Cobra. So if you have a Gradle Cobra and you have Gradle Split, you can use Gradle Split, destroy Gradle Cobra. Now you can special summon 2 Gradle monsters with different names from your deck and take control of one of your opponent's monsters because he was destroyed by a trap, which is awesome. And then if you do have, if you do summon one of your, like, Gradle Slimes or whatever, then you have a tuner now. And you can go into your extra deck, which is spicy. Spicy. 3 Oasis of Dragon Souls. Activate this card by targeting one monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position, and becomes a worm type. So this is just one of those continuous trap cards that we have to be able to pop, to draw to if we're in a bad situation, and also lets you bring something back from your graveyard, pretty much working like a Call of the Haunted. Really good card. And then I run 2 Call of the Haunted just because I didn't want to run 3. I got tired of running 3. I never, with Oasis of Dragon Souls, I mean, you could always do it the other way around. You could run 3 Call of the Haunted and 2 Oasis of Dragon Souls, or 3 and 3 if you want to take something else out. But you guys know what Call of the Haunted does. The cool thing with Call of the Haunted is that once your monster is destroyed, this still remains when that target is... Yeah, I mean, it's continuous, so you pop it. There you go. I'm not going to get into it. 2 Drowning Mirror Forces and 2 Storming Mirror Forces, just because they don't target. So when your opponent declares a direct attack, shuffle your opponent's attack position monsters into the deck, and when an opponent monster declares an attack, return all your opponent's attack position monsters to the hand. Of course, you can take out a Storming, add another Drowning, or do whatever you want. The main reason I use these is because they don't destroy, and especially with today's meta, like, I'd rather just shuffle your stuff back into your deck, or send it back to your hand, and make you restart, than deal with trying to make sure a destroy effect goes through, because it's probably not. And then 1 Skill Drain. Just because if you are able to get Skill Drain out, your monsters, they're all graveyard effects. All of your monsters are graveyard effects. So that doesn't affect them. And it could really end up, like, if there's been times where I've drawn into this card, and if I'm able to get it out after my first turn, it's like my opponent's done. They have no idea what to do. Alright. So now for the extra deck. We run 2 Gradle Dragons. So Gradle Dragon, their big thing is that when you synchro summon him, you can target cards up, your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters you use to synchro summon him. So if you use like 3 cards to summon him, or 2 to summon him, depending on like what amount of material you have on the field, you could get rid of that many cards that your opponents control. So it's pretty good, especially for like popping back row if they have it, or a monster that might be annoying. And then you have him on the field. So he's a 3,000 beater. He's saucy. And then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one other water monster in your graveyard, special summon it. But its effects are negated. You can only use the effect. Okay, well, that doesn't really matter. Once he's out, if you're able to bring him out, you're in a pretty good spot. So that's that. We run one Sea Dragon, one White Aura Dolphin, one Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. I love the water synchros. They all look so cool. One Gungnir Dragon of the Ice Barrier, one Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, one Scrap Dragon, one Ignister Prominence the Blasting Draco Slayer, one White Aura Whale, one Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, one Leo the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. He's actually the only one that isn't water, I think. Oh no, he's fire. But, oh, he's dark. And he's earth. And he's wind. Alright, look, whatever. You're probably not going to go into most of these anyway. You're going to go into, most likely, this guy, the water guy. This extra deck is okay. Alright? It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it's good enough. It's good enough. And then one Ultimaya Zolkin, which I've never gone into because it's a level 12. But I put it in there just because why not? And it's cheap. Yeah. Alright guys, well thanks for watching my deck profile. If you enjoyed this deck profile, leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't, tell me why. And thanks for watching. Take care.